Top notch.
Prince Musso.
Happy New Year,
Happy
and
New
thank
Year.
you for joining us again.
Happy New Year, everyone. And it was my birthday a couple weeks
Yes,
ago.
happy belated birthday to Joe.
Yes.
Ooh, we're excited.
I'm 46.
No, he's not. As you can see, we have a new background. Woo. So we have changes coming to the show. And this year we will be going live, so you can join us on Facebook Live. And you can feel free to ask us questions. You can chime in. We'll also have a number where you can dial in to interact with us or converse with us. What else will we be doing that's different? Oh, we're gonna have guests on the show. And we won't only just be recapping like current events and things that are going on around the world, but we'll also be bringing to you issues that matter to us. And you can always feel free to participate by joining on Facebook Live or dialing into the number for the show.
Everyone's opinions matter. There are no dumb questions.
Yes.
I will make fun of you if it's dumb, though. You will get made fun of on live television. I do not care.
Feel free to join us. Do not be shy. Let's make this fun and enjoyable for everyone.
We're going to have fun. No worries. It's a new year. A new season. It's a new season.
Joe goes to church once a month.
Honestly, I've been in church every Sunday, actually. I'll just have you know, I've been in church every Sunday for like the past 3 months now. New year, new me. So I'm in church every Sunday. I don't know if I'm paying tithe and offering like that.
You should be paying 10%
10%
of your earnings.
of my earnings? I'm joking, I do that. I do that. That's why I'm prosperous, reaping what I'm sowing.
Harvest?
Yes.
Harvesting.
I'm putting in and I'm getting it back tenfold.
Okay.
Roll it over, shake it together.
So happy New Year. As you can see that Joe hasn't changed.
I have.
I haven't changed either.
I'm old. She's still young. She has a lot of life to live, but I'm old now. I was plucking my gray hair before I got here. That's why we're running a little late. But I'm thankful for life, and I'm thankful that I'm a year older. You know, when you're pushing 50, you always look back on your life, and you realize everything that you weren't able to do, and everything that you still have to accomplish. So. There's gonna be follow me on Instagram. There's gonna be a lot of bucket list things that I'm gonna be doing. A lot of dangerous acts. You know, I might drive without a seatbelt once in a while.
You need to get married.
Whoa.
Yes. Anyway.
Somebody was drinking before the show.
So it's January, and January went by really fast this year. I don't know if you realized it. This is the fastest January I've ever experienced.
It is.
And a lot has happened already.
It did. Donald Trump, you're something
a
else.
character.
You are something else, Mr. Trump.
Yes. So how about that government shutdown?
For 35 days, we were shut down.
35 whole days. And you know, the line of work I do, we deal with the FDA.
Ooh.
So that kind of slowed down FDA duties as well with food inspection. So we were cutting it a little close.
There was a picture on Instagram. They had children working at the airport.
Yes, they were working at CSA. No, seriously though. A lot of people do not want to show up to work because they weren't getting paid.
Oh, you know, I want to go to work. But this probably would have been the perfect time to go traveling if anyone is. I'm sure prices are down. I'm sure they're not going to check you at the security if you guys want to sneak food in or something like that.
Yeah, but
perfect time to go
this
travel.
was the longest temporary shutdown in the history of the U.S.
Seriously? 35 days was the longest?
Yes. I think Obama's was only, 14
Wow.
days, for the Affordable Care Act, but this is over a wall. Okay? Yeah, I voted. But anyways.
I voted for Hillary. I don't know if you guys voted for her. I voted for the woman. I was waiting for the woman to win. We need a woman in office just one time. I'm not saying forever, but one time. We want to see how a woman would do in office. You know, women are emotional creatures.
Women are emotional, but you know what? We do think long term.
Yes, you guys do.
We do. So it's all good.
I was raised by a woman. I love you, mother. But
Yes.
I respect women, so I voted for a woman, Hillary Clinton. Everyone kept saying she's a liar, but I voted for her. So the rest of y'all voted for Trump, and now look at us. We're here.
In a mess. But anyways, it's all good because you know what? It got lifted.
You did.
So, and he signed a bill for what? It's only temporary. That ends.
3 weeks.
For 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Ends February 15th. So I mean, it's better than nothing.
It is,
and
it is.
you know, they promised to pay back people who were being withheld from getting paid.
I need my
So
money.
it's good. But anyway, since we're speaking politics, Nigerian elections is happening
Yeah.
February 16th on my birthday.
Elizabeth.
I'm excited because I need this to end. It's just been a whirlwind. No, so much.
Yes,
I've never
yes.
seen such a dramatic presidential like campaign or election. There's something new every week. Every week.
And it's-
I try to keep up. I'm not an expert, but I do try to keep up. But it is a mess.
Even
Okay.
between two of the oldest people in Nigeria,
Listen,
honestly.
listen. And my personal opinion is Nigeria has to do better. They're not only two people running for president. These two candidates have ran for things. They've been in office before. Nigeria needs fresh blood. Anyways, but the thing that really made my blood boil this past couple of weeks is that they were supposed to have a presidential debate. BUHARI and ATIKU. And as a Questly and a couple of other people. I don't know too many of them, but I just know what I know. And BUHARI did not show up to the debate because he was busy. Everybody's busy.
Everyone is busy.
But this is your duty to
Right.
your people,
Right.
right?
Right.
So he didn't show up, and then Atiku shows up, and then he's like, "Oh, Buhari's not here. I'm out." So he didn't even like
Speak.
speak.
Yeah.
He could have used that opportunity as a platform to show people of Nigeria why things will be different this time. He used to be vice president of Nigeria. From what I heard, he didn't accomplish too much. But that could have been the platform he used to sell himself, or to give people of Nigeria hope as to voting for him, or what would we benefit from this whole thing. You know, and I just need the youth of Nigeria, especially that are of voting age, to be smart. They're not only two people running for president, there are other people. And I just feel like Nigeria needs to give other people a chance to really see the change. Because all these old men, this is old money.
Yeah.
It's a game.
It is.
We're recycling leadership in the country of Nigeria. We need new people, fresh perspective,
We do.
innovation, new blood.
We do.
You know, Nigeria just needs a different sense of direction. Not old people that are into corruption, that, you know, they just keep the money going because they already know they've already bought people that are in place. So Nigeria has a long way to go.
They do. They do.
But I cannot wait for this election to be over. So because I'm talking about Nigerian politics all the time. And then currently, this happened like literally today. So the PDP Presidential Campaign Council has suspended its presidential campaign for 72 hours in protest of the President Buhari's decision to suspend Chief Justice of Nigeria, Walter Onogan. So apparently they suspended him because of money, corruption. He couldn't account for a lot of money that was in his accounts. So
Corruption.
there you go.
Corruption.
But anyways, we wish Nigeria all the best. We will talk about this topic right before the elections again, and we'll have a political segment. So please make sure you join us, and we'll be live. You know, you want change, you want to see change? Vote for somebody new that will help get us there. And I have cousins that are in the university. I spoke to them 2 weeks ago, and they were like, "Oh, we're not in school because of a strike."
Well, that's Nigeria.
It is. There's always a strike in education, and we need kids to be in school. We need to build up future leaders to take over this whole political arena. But what do I know? I don't know. American news.
American news. Nathan Phillips, Native American leader,
Yes.
was in what state was that? Was that I feel like that it looked like Ohio.
That was in Lincoln Memorial,
Oh.
actually, where the protests against abortions was happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that. I just know that there was a Native American getting bullied.
He was beating his drum because he saw like the high schoolers, the Catholic high school
Yep.
that came to the protest.
Predominantly white. Of
And
course.
I think there was like a whole dispute between them and the Israelites
Yes.
that were there
Yes.
as well protesting.
Yes.
So, you know, Native Americans are big on peace.
Mm-hmm.
So he was praying and saying his chants, and he was beating his drum for peace. So yeah, so he tried to move his group to a more neutral place away from the noise, but he ended up being in the center of
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's why you see the pictures on TV with him and the little boy with the "Make America Great Again" hat,
Yeah.
which I hate.
And there's a video. They were mocking him, you know, Caucasians. They were all Caucasians. They were mocking
drum.
mocking the Native American old man while he was beating his drum, and he continued to beat his drum.
Yes, because he said he was praying for peace. He was in the midst of a prayer, so he continued to beat his drum. But the little 16-year-old boy that we keep seeing in the video or in the pictures said that, you know, he didn't say anything, he didn't do anything.
He was just standing.
He was just standing there.
He was just standing there, and he was just smiling. And then him and his friends behind him were egging him on to make it like a stare down contest. But that's, and you know, the police and everyone was asking politicians, oh, what do they think about these boys were just being boys were just being kids. But
I personally don't think they were just being boys or being kids. I feel like I wouldn't say the temperature of our nation right now, but like there's a certain aura in the US right now where people feel like they can do whatever they want to do, whether it's to disrespect a certain race or a religious group. It's just really off right now. And I believe that the leaders that are in place right now are promoting hate. I get it. I get certain points and aspects, like, you know, they're trying to bring down crime rates that certain people who cross the border commit. But let's be very real. Everyone commits crimes. You know, so we shouldn't just put hate on groups that we're not familiar with. There's a lot of xenophobia in the United States right now. And climate is the word, not temperature. There's a climate in the US, and that's because of the person that's in office. You know, you cannot have someone in office that's promoting hate, bigotry, and different things. That is not what the American values are. Our forefathers did not die or put things in place for this. This is not the American dream. But the irony of all of this is that Native Americans owned the land originally.
They do. They were the first.
They are the first. You want to make America great again? You go back to the owners and what they stood for. Native Americans preach peace. They were very loving. If you go back to your history books, when the Mayflower and all these boats came, and the Indians welcomed them. That's why they had that Thanksgiving dinner where they started killing Indians. Go back to your history books. Oh, everything is there. Yes. That's why when people are like, happy Thanksgiving, I'm like, good. We're just gonna go eat as a family and thank God for what we have. But Thanksgiving for me is not the traditional American Thanksgiving because we know the history behind it. So this was very, very ironic to me. This was,
because they started off with Native Americans being slaves too.
Yes.
It wasn't black people. It was Native Americans.
It was Native Americans.
In America, at least, it was Native Americans. They turned them into slaves.
Yes.
And it was actually, I've done my history also.
Good.
But they said that the Native Americans were too weak, like in the sun and everything like that, and they were dying faster than usual.
But they're in reservations now.
Right.
The owners of the land they were put in camps. They own the land, you know. But one thing about Phillips that I really, really admire is that he said he forgives. Like, he forgave the little boy already. He forgave everyone that had a part of that whole protest that, you know, it got ugly. He said he forgives them. And so today he still feels the same way.
No, he's a good man. He's a good old man, and I personally liked him. And even him playing that drum, being in his prayer with his religion and his beliefs, it was beautiful what he was doing. It's a mockery. It's a shame what the young kids were doing to him. But even in all these interviews,
young kids, they're 16.
Yeah.
And sorry to cut you off, but one thing I'm gonna tell everyone or leave everyone with this whole situation in love and hate is that hate is something that you teach people. Nobody is really born with hate in their heart. Hate is a learned behavior. So my goddaughter turned 3. She's African American, she's black. And she had different people come to her party, her age mates. And there was only one Caucasian girl in the whole room, only one. Blonde hair, blue eyes, very pale skin. So she stood out. But you know what? She didn't feel any different from every other kid there. She talked to all the kids, she played with all the kids. And her mom was just very happy. And her mom said to me, she's like, I thought my daughter would feel out of place. I said, no, she's not gonna feel out of place because hate is something that you teach. We're all born with love. Remember, you're born pure. I'm not gonna get spiritual because, we're born of the flesh, but we're redeemed by the blood. But hate is something that is taught. So let's think about that. And these are little 16-year-old kids from a Catholic high school.
Private schools, they're all bad. They're not all bad.
Not all bad.
They're not all bad, but all the kids.
But they have strong views.
I went to private school for a little bit. I've witnessed a little bit of racism myself. I've walked.
Really?
Yeah, no, I got called the N-word one time in my life. Yeah.
Wow.
It was bad. It was bad.
Wow.
I beat him up though. Believe that.
Joe, let's be serious for once in our life. You beat them up.
I beat him up. He was short. He was smaller than me. So if it was a bigger dude, I would have let him slide. I'd have been like, you'll go. I'll let God handle you, Goliath. But the little one, I took care of him. I handled him.
I cannot.
Real quick.
So let's talk about some good news.
Yes.
There's always good news in the world.
Always.
So I stumbled upon an article at work this past week, and the title is "The 22-Year-Old Breaking the Blood Bank Crisis in Cameroon." Cameroon is very close to Nigeria,
Yes.
believe it or not.
We're neighbors.
I think it's the river that separates us, but Cameroon is right there. So this 22-year-old girl is a nursing student. Her name is Melissa Bime. And she watched a 5-year-old girl lose her life because her mom could not find a blood match to save the girl's life. So her mother was looking for blood for 3 days straight, but the 5-year-old girl died. So a week later, Melissa Bime, the 22-year-old, discovered a hospital that was 20 minutes away that actually had the exact blood match that the little girl needed to live. Okay? So this prompted her, and she's a nursing student. You know, people from like third world countries, they see people die every day.
Yeah.
But what do you do about it?
Yeah.
Are we proactive? You know, we complain about things. Oh, this is normal. This has become a norm for you. But what do we do? So guess what she did? She started an online blood bank. Yes, in December of 2017. And this has been a year since it's launched. And they have delivered through motorcycles more than 2,300 bags of blood to patients in 23 hospitals in the cities of Yaoundé and Douala, Cameroon. Can we please give it up for Melissa? Yes, 22 years old, thinking and not succumbing to what she's used to seeing all the time.
Yeah.
That is great news.
What were you doing at 22?
22, my father passed away at 22. I had to take care of my family at 22.
Okay.
But I finished school.
All right.
Okay.
You accomplished something at 22.
I finished school and I had to support my family.
You're right. At 22, I think I was begging my professor to give me that 1 C minus so I could walk.
So I could walk.
I said, who really takes philosophy, Professor?
I graduated with a biology degree,
Hey.
and I moved back home to support my family, and I got into the pharmaceutical sector at 22. I didn't start a business or something. Not yet, but
Yeah.
I mean, I still did stuff, but this really moved me because she's in Africa. She's in West Africa. You know, things are not always great, but what can you do to be that change or, you know, give your people some hope?
No, that's beautiful. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it is. It's amazing. It is amazing.
I feel bad for the man that got to marry her, though. Cause
Why?
You better be the president or something.
He doesn't have to be the president. He just has to be confident and know who he's marrying. Okay?
You don't want to be that guy married to that woman. All
You
right?
should marry quality women.
No man wants to be the guy like, oh, okay, that's just her husband. You know, you want to be the man.
It's a man that's confident that can marry a woman like that, of that caliber.
I hear you. But good luck, though. Whoever's marrying that beautiful woman, good luck. All right?
You'll be blessed.
You'll be blessed, of course. But you're always going to be remembered as the husband. That's it. Husband and father of her kids. That's it.
Oh my God, George, I cannot.
Or a superstar.
I cannot with you.
You're great.
So apparently the longest person to live died this month at the age of 114. That is a long time. Her name is Leslie Brown, and she's a native of Ohio.
A black woman.
A black woman. She's African American.
Yes,
So they asked her what was the key to her longevity. She said God's will,
amen.
love from her family, and guess what? The third thing is
What?
eating a sweet potato every day.
But isn't sweet potato, isn't that sugar? Isn't that,
It's good sugar. It's healthy carbs. Yes, it is.
Sweet potato pie isn't good sugar.
Okay, that's different because you're adding refined sugars and all that stuff. You have your crust, you have your dough, but she ate a sweet potato every day.
And a sweet potato a day will
keep the doctors away.
Something like that. Will keep you to the age of 114. And coconut, and coconut oil.
So for those who made New Year's resolutions to eat healthier, you better add a sweet potato to your diet. But for those who do hardcore trainings and dieting, they do eat sweet potatoes as a carb substitute. Yes, it's a healthy carb. You didn't know that?
I don't want to be trained. Domino's and McDonald's make
that is
this body.
horrible.
You see
Listen,
it,
that is horrible. Listen, the most natural way to cure diseases is through nature. Natural stuff. Your food is medicine. But you guys eat so much crap that you have to go to a pharmacy.
Well, technically, I don't have time to do healthy. You know, when I get home, it's 9 o'clock. My mom didn't cook.
You have to plan.
I don't have a wife yet, so I gotta. Life throws this curveball. I gotta survive. So I go to Domino's, and that's Monday through Friday. But on the weekends, I try to eat a little healthy. You know, I went to hibachi last weekend. I had broccoli. So, you know.
Broccoli. But yeah, for those who have New Year's resolution, add a sweet potato to your diet, and it's considered a healthy carb. You won't regret it.
114.
It's a natural care.
It is. Okay. Well, I'm impressed. Shout out to Jessie and her family. I know Jessie passed away, but shout out to her family. Wish you guys the best. You all know she's in a better place right now anyway.
Yes.
So she lived a beautiful, long life.
114 is a long time.
That is. That means she's seen
everything.
She's seen everything.
Yeah.
For a woman to see Martin Luther King and also see Barack Obama.
Oh, yeah, that's big.
That's
big. Yeah, Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King. Yeah, she's
14 years. She did.
Yeah, low-key, she probably saw Frederick Douglass.
Yo,
I'm joking.
I cannot joke. But anyways.
She passed away. I'm not joking about her life. I'm not even joking about her life. No,
but anyways, I'm your girl Elizabeth.
Talks the baddest.
Thank you for joining us, and please tune in for our live session.
Hey, we're gonna be lit.
We're excited.
New year, new me. I'm
new
going
things.
to church. All right.
Yes, and eat your sweet potato.
Eat it. 114. You might be able to live. All right.
Like a little sister.